Hello, my dearest friends. Pleasure is something that we all think about from time to time, and we all like feelings of pleasure because pleasure is actually a feeling of happy satisfaction and enjoyment. In this video, I want to show you three principles of illegitimate pleasure. That is to say that as good as pleasure is, pleasure can become illegitimate. For one thing, the Bible makes it clear that unlimited pleasure can actually lead to unlimited regrets. All right. And then the Bible also says that in the last days, there are people who are going to be lovers of pleasure more than lovers of God. Now, those three principles to know if a particular pleasure in your life is illegitimate. Are you ready? Now, principle number one, anything that distracts you or diminishes from your purpose is illegitimate pleasure. Anything that distracts you or diminishes from your purpose is illegitimate pleasure. So that means that whatever it is you are doing, enjoying, that actually is a distraction from your purpose in life, for your reason for being, that distracts you from focusing on where you should be going. Whatever that thing is, no matter how pleasurable it is illegitimate and it's not good for you. Always remember this, that if it distracts me, if it takes me away from the path I should be going, that's not where I want to go. Number two principle of illegitimate pleasure, any pleasure that jeopardizes the sacred right of another is illicit pleasure. Any pleasure, whatever you are enjoying, that jeopardizes the sacred right of another person, whatever that pleasure is, it's illegitimate. That is to say, oh, I'm enjoying this thing, but actually impeding on somebody else's fundamental rights. No matter how much you are enjoying that thing, it is illegitimate. For example, somebody who decides to forcefully sleep with somebody is doing it because he's enjoying it. But you see, whatever he's enjoying there is illicit, is illegitimate because he's jeopardizing the sacred right of somebody else. Now, so before you say, oh, I'm really enjoying this thing, you need to ask yourself, does it jeopardize the sacred right of somebody else? Number three, principle. Any pleasure, however good, if not kept in balance, will distort reality. That is to say, if you don't balance pleasure and it is unlimited, what will begin to happen is that it will begin to distort your reality. And there are many people whose realities have been distorted because of pleasure. So anything that distorts your reality is actually illegitimate pleasure. Susanna Wesley was a woman who had several children. John Wesley was one of them, and Charles Wesley as well. So one day, John Wesley came to his mother and asked him, Mother, what really is sin? Can you define sin for me? And Susanna Wesley said, if anything weakens your reasoning, impairs the tenderness of your conscience, obscures your sense of God, or takes away your relish for spiritual things. In short, if anything increases the authority and power of the flesh over the spirit, that, my son, is sin, however good it is. Now, so when pleasure is taken to such a degree that it hinders your sense of God, it impairs the tenderness of your conscience and weakens your reason, that pleasure is illegitimate pleasure, and invariably it is sin. Now, so I want you to think about these three principles every time you appear to be in pleasure. Number one, does it hinder my purpose in life? Okay, does this obscure where I'm supposed to go? Then number two, You're going to ask yourself, does it impeach, jeopardize the sacred right of somebody else? Then number three, is it out of balance? Is it taking me out of the will of God? Now, when you answer these three questions and you answer them well, I believe that whatever pleasure you are going to be having is going to be legitimate. God bless you as you think deeply on these things. I'll be with you in yet another video. God bless you.